Welcome to another edition of Talk with Confidence. This is where we have inspirational conversations with inspirational people. Today we have a truly inspirational guest in studio with us. His name is Captain Wanda Zondi of the South African National Defence Force. Captain Zondi, welcome to Talk with Confidence.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
We are here because of a very special reason, a very special book. The book title is No Easy Battle, No Easy Battle. And we're going to talk a little bit, Captain Zondi, about your life and about the book and what has inspired the book. So, as a starting point, can you just tell us a little bit about who you are?
Oh, thank you, Sir Sleme. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Wonderful.
I'm Captain Zondi, as you have correctly said. I was born in the rural areas of the Eastern Cape, in a location called Mhlanga, in a small district of Libode, which is falling under Umtata in the Eastern Cape. I'm from a family of 5, and we are survived by our mother. My father passed away when I was 10. Yeah, that about myself, and I am the author of the book.
Wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful.
In the military.
So just before we get into the book, you say that your father passed away when you were 10 years
Yes,
old.
sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, as the eldest male in your family, what did that do to you from a psychological point of view, emotional point of view?
Seslem, life was not easy. As the title of the book says, no easy battle.
Yeah.
It was really a difficult battle because when I passed my standard 7, a young boy, very young and tiny, short.
Yeah.
Also, I was hit with the reality that I was not going to be able to attend high school. So I went to a number of family members to ask them to assist me to take me to high school. But I was very unfortunate not to get any of them to assist me until I went to my uncle. He said, no, Wanda, I'm going to assist you. However, you will have to head kettles for a year.
Wow. How old were you?
I think when I passed standard 7, I was 14.
14,
Yeah, I was 14, yeah. Okay. I was 14. Then he said, you have to head cattle for a year, then I'll save enough money to take you to school next year.
Yes.
Then for me, that was the only available option.
Wow.
So I had no choice but to take it. So I took the job. I carried on with the job. But this fateful day, as I was on my way to his house, because I was sleeping at my home, then every morning I would go to his house to head the cattle to the nearest farms. Then I decided that I'm still having time with myself. Let me pass by my old school just to greet my teachers. I did that, and I met my maths teacher, Miss Jordan. Hey, ma'am, how are you doing? And how is everything? Excited as she was. Hey, Wanda, how is the school? How is the high school?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure we are giving them guidance. I know how good you are in maths. Then I said, no, I'm not attending any school as yet.
Wow.
What are you doing? When are you going? When are you starting? I said, no, this year I'm not going to be attending school. Because at home there's no money. However, I'm heading cattle to save enough money for next year.
Yeah.
I could see in her eyes that that did not sit well with her.
She was heartbroken.
Heartbroken.
You must have been a teacher's pet.
I think it had to do with my academic excellence.
Wonderful. Okay.
Was at junior school, I was. We remember that time it was position 1, position 2.
Oh, okay.
So it was position 1.
Wow.
I was just within position 3 and position 1. I was
Oh,
playing
wow.
there. I was
Okay.
playing
Teacher's pet. Okay.
Yeah. So she said, no. Are you serious? Then I said, I am serious. Where is your mother? My mother is at home. Don't go to your auntie's house yet. Run home. Go and call your mother.
Yeah.
I went home. I called my mother, being excited, not knowing what is it that I was excited for.
Yeah.
Then I came with my mother. Then I stood at distance from them. They were talking. Then I could see my mother crying.
Wow.
Then I asked myself, what is happening? What is happening here? But then the next instruction that was from her was to say that go and pack all your clothes. This afternoon we are going to Lusigisigi.
Wow.
you'll be staying with my mother and you'll attend school. There is no child that will stay a year without going to school.
Wow.
And let me re-emphasize this. At that time, 14 years, I was short. I was tiny. I think the malnutrition had played its own part.
Yeah.
You know, there were times whereby even when I was doing junior school, we'd wake up in the morning, go to school with empty stomach, not knowing what I was going to eat when we come back.
Oh, man.
We had no hope at all. Sometimes, you know, this thing of saying, go and play with other kids. For us, it was an opportunity to eat this and that.
Oh, man.
It was a real opportunity for us to get whatever crumbs that were left from the from
those
the
families.
kids.
Yeah. Wow.
So that was my movement now from Libote to Lisigisigi, where I did my standard 8, 9, and 10, which I completed in 2001, and I was 17 at the time.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's quite heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I asked you how old you were, especially I'm imagining most 14-year-old kids, you know, they are just going into high school.
Yes, sir.
They've got aspirations, they've got dreams. For you being 14 years old and not being afforded that opportunity, and now you have to go and head cattle. What did that do to you inside?
You know, honestly, that affected my my self-esteem in a great way. You know, coming from that kind of a family, you would know, like in class, you would know that you are right.
Yeah.
But that self-confidence was never there because you knew that I'm at the bottom.
Yeah.
I remember in high school when I get to Lusigisiga, when the teacher would ask a question, I would have answers, but I would prefer to give to the next person.
Oh.
Yeah, say this is the answer.
Wow.
Because my low, I had a very low self-esteem. Yeah.
Because of the background.
Because of the background.
And how your family had been treated and viewed in the village.
Exactly. You got that one right. So, but I had to work very hard to rebuild myself because I knew that I had to be my own mentor.
Yeah.
I had to be my own mentor. I had to be my own role model.
Yeah.
But that was not the end of it because after passing my matric, I went back home.
Yeah.
But then I was taken back to my own reality. And remember now, being the oldest son in the family, with a mother who's not working. My mother would sometimes wake up in the morning, would wake up without her being in the house. Then she would come back around about 10 o'clock with a bowl of family meal and a cup of sugar. Then we would have our pap and water, sweet water, you understand? Then that would be the meal for the day.
Wow.
But then that now really didn't sit well with me. I said, I have to do something.
Yeah.
I have matric. Okay, actually, by that time I did not even have matric, but I was already planning that I know I passed because I know that I was doing my best at school.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll have to leave home and look for employment because I cannot bear a situation whereby my mother has to wake up in the morning whereas there's a son who at least has got something. And I didn't want my siblings to go through what I went through. You understand?
You wanted life to be better for them.
Exactly, exactly. Then I had to attend the initiation school. Then while I was at the initiation school, I was having a conversation, a very hardcore conversation with myself, to say that the moment I'm done here, I'll have to leave home. Where I would be going, I did not know.
But you knew that you had to leave the situation,
Definitely.
go find an opportunity just to better that particular situation.
Definitely. And then after receiving my matric results, for which I passed, I said, I'm going. I remember taking, I lied. I went to my aunt and said that, hey, my mother sent me to borrow 90 rand. I still remember it correctly. It was 90 rand. I remember it correctly. It was 90 rand. Because at that time, from Umtata to Durban, I think it was 75 rand somewhere there. But then I had to take a taxi from my home to Umtata.
So you asked for the exact amount that would get you to...
Exact amount.
To Durban?
Yes. So what happened is I got the money. I woke up very early in the morning. Bath, took my I think it was about 3 clothes, a tracksuit, a t-shirt and a jacket. Put them in a plastic, took a taxi to Mtata, took a taxi from Mtata to Durban. Mind you, I know no one in Durban. I've never been in that place, you understand? But I knew that my options were either Durban or Cape Town. Because everyone in the village those that we were used to look up to, who we thought that they had money, they were either from Durban or Cape Town.
Cape Town.
So I wanted to form part of that elite team of the village. and then also to better my home situation.
Yeah.
Then I took a taxi to Durban. You know, I remember very, very well, Saslam. I arrived in Durban, it was 6:17 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon?
Yeah. Climbed off the taxi.
Yeah.
Then you know those guys would be calling, Inanda this side.
Yeah.
Umla's this side.
Yeah.
But then I said, where am I going? Oof. It's in the afternoon. Where am I going?
It's almost night time.
Where am I going?
Where are you going to sleep?
Exactly.
You've got your parcels.
I don't have money. Remember now the money was
the
equal
90
to
rand.
the
Exactly.
family.
Why did you ask for 120 rand?
At that time, my mind. Remember, if I could not think of where I was going, it was not appropriate for me to think of what if I get there and then they go. So when I climbed off the taxi there, I stood there for a good 10 minutes.
Wow.
Where am I going?
Wow.
Where am I going? Yeah. But then my motivation to not look back and think of going back home is what I left at home.
Because I imagine that there must have been some instinct or inclination to say, maybe I must just find a way back. What did I do? What was I doing?
Like I was saying to you, that that would hit me. But then I find this situation better than going back at home.
Yeah.
Because the fact that I'm gone, I know that once they know that I'm in Durban, their hopes will rise.
Yeah. The better days are coming.
Better days are coming.
Wow.
Then, being at Bria taxi rank, it was difficult. Seeing people moving up and down, but then not knowing where I was going. I also did the same thing, moving up and down around the taxis. Yeah. But then as the night was catching up, it was dark, very dark. Then I saw a bridge, and there was a train rail on top. I saw a bridge with a few guys sitting under the bridge there with the fire. Then I said, this is my only option for now.
Yeah.
I went to join the guys. I was the fear
terrified,
that I had. I was terrified.
Wow.
I went to the guys, greeted them.
Yeah.
None of them responded, and they gave me that look to say that you are not welcome.
Yeah. Who are you?
Who are you exactly? But then I stood there.
Yeah.
I stood there hoping that maybe one of them would invite me in. None invited me in. Then they were just in the middle of the bridge. Then on the edges of the bridge there was no one. So I picked up a good spot there. I folded myself. I just sat there.
Wow. Man.
I sat there.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Oh man.
I was 17.
That's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, I sat there hoping that I would fall asleep. But then also I didn't want to fall asleep because I did not know what were those guys gonna do to me.
And obviously you must have had a parcel or something.
My plastic. Yeah. My plastic with my tracksuit t-shirt and the jacket.
Yeah. So that's all you took.
That's all. Actually, that's all I had. Oof. It's not even all I took. That's
all you had.
Yeah. So amazingly, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And the next morning I was awoken by the birds singing, taxis, the rush hour of them in the taxi rank of Durban. I woke up, just yes,
a quick wash.
Cat method. You call it cat method.
Cat method.
Yeah, in the military you call it cat method. Then I had to go to Bangen. At Durban. And I was very motivated the next morning because I understood that I have a day now.
Yeah.
I have to look for employment.
Yeah.
I went to a number of shops looking for employment. 17 years old, I was short, I was tiny. So some would even chase me away from the shop saying, hey, you must go back to school. Why not at school?
They think that, no, he ran away from school.
Exactly. Or they thought that I was one of those street kids who would come and steal. So I was chased away like a dog. Yes. I went to a number of shops. I remember going back and forth. And now remember, I left home in the morning. Nothing on the stomach.
Oh, man.
Traveling, nothing.
Yeah.
Slept, nothing. Now the day was progressing, nothing. And it never ticked me to say that go and ask for food. My focus was employment.
Yeah.
That was the only focus that I had. That was the first day in Durban. It went up until the evening of that day. I went to the very same spot again with no lack of employment, no lack of food. Then the next day, it was the same train. I went up and down, looking for employment. Nothing. Nothing. But then on the third day, I said, no, this is not working for me. I'm hungry.
So now you are 3 days.
3 days.
No
2 nights,
food.
3 days.
Oh, man.
I went to a taxi rank with an intention of asking for food. It was not about the employment because the reality now was that I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm unemployable. I went to ask for food. I remember talking to this other old mama. They were selling bananas. while I was busy asking for a banana next to the taxis of Inanda. I remember very well, it was next to the taxi of Inanda. Then I felt a tap on my shoulder. Hey, Wanda! Ongo Wanda, Wena! Then I looked. You know the emotions there. I felt like, now I'm just out of the tunnel.
There was a breakthrough.
There was a breakthrough.
Wow.
Then it was the lady from our village, Mrs. Pindiwe. What do you want here? Who did you come to here? And I told her the story. I said, no, hey, let's go, but I'm staying with my boyfriend. Let's go. Let's go. I'll talk to him when we get there. You understand? Then we took a taxi. Then on the way, she could see that this young man is very hungry. She opened the bread that I think she bought for the house. Then I was eating there, But then we got there, she spoke with the man of the house. Then they gave me a roof.
Wow.
Then every day I would wake up in the morning from Nanda, see in a place called Kwamkongo to Besta. It was a good, I think, 7 kilometers. Where I would work every day looking for employment. But I was lucky. I got a job from one Indian guy who was transporting sweets, I think from Besta to Boma Pita Marispek and the places around. So I'd go with them every day. We'd get 25 rand a day. It would be 20 rand if we didn't work, then 25 rand some days. Then I held in there, but when I knock off there, I would also look for employment around because it was not enough. It was not enough.
And I mean, obviously, your primary motive had been get to Durban, make enough money so that you can at least sustain yourself and also send money. So what you were making, I mean, 25 rand a day. It was,
And remember, it was not every day.
I
would wait for that guy. He would come and pick me up because that time I did not have a phone. He would come and pick me up or just here by the Huta. Then it would maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So it was not enough at all. It was not enough at all. With that struggling, I had to make another choice. I remember that I have a cousin in Cape Town. Then I called him. At least now I had money, 25.
You didn't have to hustle for another 90 rand.
I could make a call. And lucky enough, the lady that I was staying with told me that, no, you don't have to spend a cent. You don't have to spend a cent.
Or at the house.
At the house, And even myself, though there were taxis from Inanda, to Besta, I did not want to take a taxi because I wanted to save as much, but with an aim of sending it at home. But then when I called my cousin, he told me that, no, I'm staying with my girlfriend and my kids. But come, we'll see what we can do. I think I worked for another 2 months. Because the money was not enough in Durban. He also sent me 100 rand to add on what I had. Then I moved to Durban. To Cape Town. To Cape Town. Where I stayed with him, I thought that life would be better then. It just got worse.
Wow, man.
It just got worse. I looked for employment. Every day I would wake up in the morning, look for employment, but I could not. Until that one day when I found a job where my sister was working. My late sister.
Your older sister, yes.
Yeah, my late sister, Yeah, she was working in the fish and chips shop. Then I was hired there as a potato peeler. For the chips. I worked there for quite some time.
And you were still around 18 years old at the time?
I was still around 18. Then while I was working there, because even there the money was not enough, because I had to assist in the house there now. So I was looking for other employment. Then I got a job in a hardware as a packer. So I was juggling the
2 jobs.
The 2 jobs,
And then did that at least alleviate some of the financial burden?
In some way, it did. It did. Even though it was not enough, but it did in some way. Then, while I was there also, because the money was, the pressure that I put myself under was that my family back at home.
That was always the motivation?
That was the only motivation. That was the only motivation that I had. Then I looked for another employment. Then I got a job as a security. Worked a few months there until I got the job that I would say that was my best bet now. That was my best job, working at the garage, where I worked for 4 years. Now things started to be easier because I was working from, it was a walking distance from my cousin's house to the garage. And the customers would come, give us tips. Sometimes we'd have 20 rand from the tips from the customers, you understand? And with the salary, I said, no, this metric is not enough.
You need to go further academics.
I saw that when I was looking for employment, even when I like the reading. I would check the newspapers, the career side at the back of the newspapers. Then it would be metric end. Metric plus.
So you realize that for you, from a long term point of view, in order for you to progress to a better standard of life, academics would have to play a role.
Yes, definitely, sir. So I went to a college. I enrolled for a certificate in management. I was accepted, so I started studying while I was working also. But then in the middle of my studies, my cousin called me this other day, telling me, "Hey man, you are working now.
Yeah.
I'm teaching you to be a man.
Yeah.
To be responsible and everything." Okay, I was so happy.
Something good is coming.
I thought that this guy is seeing something in me.
Yeah.
Then he said, you remember, I'm with my kids and my girlfriend. Yeah. So you'll have to find your own place.
Yes.
You know,
I'm just thinking financially that must have.
You know, there I felt, I remember feeling, I want to tell you how I felt exactly. I remember feeling that, you know, in this world, I'm on my own.
Wow, man.
I'm on my own because I started finding a shelter in him.
Yeah.
Because he was working at SAPS. He was a police. He was a police official. So I said I also aspired to work as he was working like him.
Yeah. He became a role model.
He became a role model.
A father figure.
A father figure to me.
Wow.
So now he's withdrawing himself away from me.
Yeah.
He said, "No, I can give you a month to stay."
Yeah.
But the anger in me.
Yeah. The heartbreak.
That day, because I was off, the heartbreak in me, I went around looking for a place to rent.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna even tell you how much I was earning at that time. I went to a place called Mfuleni. It's a distance from where I was staying in Blue Downs.
Yeah.
I found a shack there, and it was being rented out. I think it was 90 rand. I can't remember the figures correctly. I rented the shack there, but the condition of that shack was bad.
Wow.
It was bad, but that was the only available option for me.
Yeah.
I left the following day. I don't have a bed. I don't have a stove. But the anger in me
said, "No, I have to go.
I have to go," because I felt betrayed.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with you, I felt betrayed by him.
Yeah.
He might have had different intentions.
Motives, yeah. As you said, from his point of view, you were saying, "I'm going to teach him to be a man."
Yes. But I felt betrayed. So the anger in me propelled me to just move away from him. You understand? I got that check. Then from there, I started staying in Mfuleni. Then I invited my brother Mkusele from Eastern Cape to come and stay with me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in the settlements, a shack is not in a good condition.
Yeah.
It didn't matter that I had nothing in the shack, but, you know, people would break in and all those things. Yeah. And I felt a bit unsafe there.
Yeah.
Because also with the distance from Mfuleni to Blue Down, it was quite a long distance.
Yeah.
So I stayed in the shack, and the shack, I remember this other day, I was with Mkusele. It was raining. I was from work.
Yeah.
It was raining. So the shack was dripping. Actually, it was not even dripping. It was flooding.
Wow.
Yeah, it was flooding. So we had to change. I had a bed now.
Yeah.
We had to change the position of the bed to cross it, the shack.
So that the water doesn't flow onto the bed.
I remember on our feet, we had to put in a dish in our feet because it was dripping heavily.
Oh, man.
Heavily.
That is
but you know, Saslema, with everything that I've went through, I've always had hope that this is just temporary. There's a better day tomorrow.
This will not be the end. This will not be how my story ends.
Actually, from when I was young, when my father passed away, it has always been my motive. You know, I think I learned, like I told you, that I learned to be my own role model.
Yeah.
And there's never a day where I wanted to give up in life.
Yeah.
There is never a day. I always felt it doesn't matter how bad it is today.
Yeah.
I can say that I've been a dreamer my whole life. I've been a dreamer my whole life. Even though I never dreamed of it.
Coming to the book now. I mean, your story is very powerful.
Thank you, sir.
And I believe that it was necessary to put it in the book.
It was.
And people who are listening, people will go and read your book.
Yes, sir.
Who are in similar, worse or better situations. I like what you said in the book where you say, you know, each and every person faces their own battles.
Definitely.
It may not be a mirror image.
Yes.
It may not be a mirror image
Yes,
of the
of
battles
mine,
that you face.
Yeah.
But some are battling in relationships, some are battling academically, some are battling. So what is your message to people who are going through these various battles? What did you want to achieve through writing the book?
This book? You know, Saslema, I've realized that in my journey, sometimes you are at your lowest, and I like how well you put it when you say that a different person might face a different battle than mine. But this book addresses battles.
Yeah.
Battles
of all kinds.
Battles of all kinds.
Yeah.
And in this book, you will relate in a way. You will relate. You will relate because as much as we are facing different struggles, but there is a common element in every struggle that we face, and that is, it doesn't matter what happens today. Fight for a better tomorrow.
Wow.
Tomorrow is a better is another opportunity.
Yeah.
And whatever that you go through, the moment you decide that I'm kicking the bucket, I'm leaving, I cannot fight anymore, then you have given up in a prospect of redeeming yourself.
Yeah.
You understand?
So you've forsaken the better day.
Definitely.
By choosing to remain in the day that you're in.
Definitely. I said, there's a quote that I normally say to people. I said, resting is for the dead. Resting is for the dead. As long as you are still alive, you still have an opportunity.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity, and it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
As long as you can still dream. There's no dream that is impossible to achieve.
Wow.
And in this book, it is well said. It is well articulated that we have different battles, but we all are facing battles. We are all facing battles.
And we can all overcome the battles.
We can all overcome the battles that we are facing.
And I mean, what I like as well is the fact that you went through so much. And I believe, as I said, there are many people who may have gone through or going through the similar experiences. But I believe there are many who will say, if this guy slept under a bridge, this guy went for many years, not malnutrition, hardcore poverty, all kinds of things. My battles are not so bad.
Definitely.
In terms of people who have read the book, what are some of the reviews that you've gotten?
Just like the reviews, some of the reviews, I feel like I'm reading a new book.
Wow.
A new book. And I think 60% of the reviews that I've received, I've encouraged them to say that pen your story down. It will motivate you.
Yes.
Sometimes we are motivated by looking where we come from. If you look where you come from and where you are now, you will realize that whatever that I want to achieve in future is nothing compared to what I've been through. So I can pick up sticks and fight.
It's like I've already defeated so many other giants.
Definitely.
What is this giant that is before me?
Exactly.
Wow.
And my dream about this book is that it reaches a child in Limpopo, a child in KZN, a child in Northwest, a child in the Eastern Cape, who is going through what I've went through, or who is not necessarily going through what I've been through, but who's facing some difficulties, and to say that, no man, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's
I can make
bad.
it.
I can make it.
Wow.
And I also said that even those who have made it, this book teaches us to appreciate the little that we have.
Yeah.
I normally say that don't judge me when you see me celebrating a small success.
Yeah.
Because for me, and comparing where I'm coming from, it's big to me.
The small success may be small to you, but to me, it may mean the world.
I normally say to people, the best thing that ever happened in my life is the day when I received my letter in the military.
Wow.
To say that you have been accepted in the military. We are men in the military. To some, it was just finding a job.
Yeah.
You understand? But for me,
it was a dream come true.
It was a dream come true.
Let's talk about the military a little bit. That uniform and the beret that you're wearing. What does it mean to you?
When you ask me that question, words fail me. Words fail me. But this for me is a responsibility.
Yeah.
It's a responsibility that I'm carrying the National Defence Force in my shoulders.
Yeah.
Because when I exit this room, go outside wearing this uniform, they don't see Zondi.
Yeah.
They see SANDF.
Yes. You're representing.
I'm a representative
the corps,
of the biggest and glorious organization. And by the way, I don't believe that there's a better organization than that.
Yes.
Not because it took me from nothing and put me where I am today. This Defence Force has done a lot, not only to me.
Yeah.
Let me just put something that is not even on the book. I've been deployed, but I'm going to mention 2 deployment areas where I was deployed. The first one was in the Free State, Lady Brand, where we were exposed to social development, where we were taken to schools to see the kids who are disadvantaged and everything, where I adopted 2 kids to say that I'm going to buy a uniform. And you realize the kind of poverty that our communities are still facing.
Yeah.
So this defense force has exposed me to being a human in uniform.
Yeah.
Then in KZN we built a house
Wow.
for a family that was very destitute.
Mm.
They were staying, there was a time whereby they said they were staying in a toilet.
Wow.
Family of 4.
Oh.
So with my commanders and the members that we were deployed with, we took it to ourselves to build their house,
Wow.
bought them furniture, and
Wow.
developed some schools in the KZN because of this SND.
Wow.
But those are things that are not known to the
Yeah,
public. But
yeah.
you know, even myself personally, if you can see at the back of the book,
Yeah.
I would like to say that I'm an academic of note.
Yeah. No,
I would like
no,
to say so.
that was my next point because you know, a lot of times there's a negative perception. Sometimes there's a negative perception that, you know, all the only thing that soldiers do
It's to shoot him. You know,
get that gun and shoot. But in your book, in your story, you've also showed the academic side of soldiers and
Yes.
of military people.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell us a little bit about that? I mean, you after matric, you say you're working at the garage, and then you did your
my management course. Yeah.
management course.
Yeah.
But that's not where it ended. Where else have you taken it?
Okay. You know, when I look at my wall in my study room,
Yeah.
you know, I normally laugh at myself and say,
Yeah.
this is the boss.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I am the man. I am the man. You know, my wall is almost full.
Wow.
And it's all thanks to the Defense Force.
Wow.
Because Defense Force has allowed me space,
Yeah.
has allowed me time, has allowed me motivation. You know, tell the Defense Force that you want to start that course. They'll never say no.
Wow.
Even though I paid for my courses with
Yeah.
my own funds,
Yeah.
but they pay for all those that if you say I want to do this course,
Yeah.
they'll even pay for it.
Wow.
They'll give you space, they'll give
Wow.
you time.
Wow.
And not only that, remember myself,
Yeah.
when I was still a civilian working where I was working,
Mm.
all that I wanted was to be a soldier.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about the rank,
Yeah.
I knew nothing about the corps,
Mm.
I just wanted to be a soldier.
Mm.
So when I joined the military, then that's when I was exposed to say that, okay, there's this line, there's that line. And look at me, you know these stars.
They represent something.
They represent something. They represent something.
Yeah.
I was exposed to a lot of things. I was exposed to this.
Yeah.
No, I've done a lot.
Yeah.
I have not done a lot. The Defense Force has done a lot to me. It has
Wow.
given me opportunity to say
Wow.
that, okay, Zondi, you can be anything that you want.
Wow.
I remember,
Mm.
before joining the military, I had never boarded an airplane in my entire
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
The first time that I boarded a plane was when I joined the Defense Force,
Yeah.
June 2007.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I never landed with that plane.
You know? Oh, that's when you did your
My
first jump.
Yeah, my first jump. I never landed
How
with
was
it.
that? I mean, the first time you're boarding an airplane,
I
it
left
goes
it
to.
in the air. I said,
You didn't like
delay
to
me. I said,
This
delay
is
me.
too much.
I want out. You know what, that is why. You know, when I talk about the Defense Force, it's an emotional discussion for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an emotional
Yeah,
discussion
yeah.
for me because it did not do good only to me.
Yeah.
At home now, I'm comfortable going home because we have a house.
Yeah.
A big house.
And which through the SNDF, through the
Definitely.
opportunities, through
Definitely.
academics, you were able to provide that.
And
as
when
well.
you touch on the academics, you know, let me mention them.
Yes,
It's important that I mention.
No, you must. No, it's inspiring. It's inspiring.
I have a number of certificates.
Yeah.
But I'm going to mention only 4 qualifications that I have. But
Yeah.
there are a number of them that I have.
Yeah.
Advanced certificate in A+, computer technician, through this Defense Force. National diploma, security risk management,
Wow.
through this Defense Force.
Yeah.
BTEC degree, forensic investigation, through this Defense Force.
Wow.
Master's degree, criminal justice, through this Defense Force.
Wow.
I just qualified myself as an international certified fraud examiner
Wow, man.
through this Defense Force.
Wow.
I'm a member of 3 professional bodies.
Yeah.
That is your CFE Certified Fraud Examination Board, Financial Crimes Investigation Board,
Yeah.
Private Security Industry Regulatory Board,
Yeah.
through this Defense Force.
Wow, man.
And Defense Force is very supportive. It's,
The environment is conducive.
the environment is conducive.
Wow.
The environment is very, very conducive. It allows you to be anything that you want.
Yeah.
When I was writing this book, I never took leave.
Yeah.
But everyone will be willing to say that, oh, you are busy with your computer, get the office,
Wow.
do this,
Yeah.
use our resources.
Wow,
you understand? I know that people outside the Defense Force see this image of us carrying guns and everything.
But that's not all that's about.
I can confidently tell you that I'm just in the middle
Yeah.
of the food chain. Obviously, there are those who are, in terms of the rank, there are those who are under me.
Yeah.
In terms of qualifications, there are those who are under me.
Yeah.
But there's also those who have surpassed me in terms
Yeah.
of the qualifications, the ranks, and everything.
Yeah.
It's a structure
Yeah.
of the Defence Force. And I always say that this is the best organization that I've ever been exposed to.
What is the most important thing you've learned in the military, you'd say?
The one thing is leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership. Also appreciating small things. Yeah, leadership. In the Defence Force, we have leaders.
Yeah.
We have leaders. We have leaders of note.
Yeah.
And I've also learned to, being an officer, that as a leader, it's never about you.
Yeah.
It's never about yourself. Remember, me as a captain, I might be having 60 members under me. And like you correctly asked in the beginning, what does this mean to you? When I stand in front of those members, there is someone who needs a father figure.
Yeah.
There is someone who needs a role model.
Yeah.
There is someone who needs a mentor.
Yeah.
So every time when I go out there, when I wear this uniform in the morning, I understand the responsibility that I have within myself. So that is the responsibility that the Defence Force has taught me.
Wow.
That is never about you.
Yeah.
If I do something on the street, I insult Mr. Silem and everything, Mr. Silem will never say that I was insulted by the Defence Force, by Mr. Zondi. He said, these members of the Defence Force.
Yeah. Is the reputation of...
I normally say that when I walk in the mall, someone must see the Defence Force.
Yeah. Amazing. And in terms of the reception from the Defence Force of your book, can you just tell us a little bit about that?
There's this one that I want to mention. I hope it's appropriate to my colleagues.
Yeah.
Through this book, I've met a number of people. Generals.
Wow.
Generals are there.
Yeah.
Those are all role models. When you always say, if I can be a general.
Yeah.
Even though we are not, it's not what we aspire. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm happy where I am because, like I told you, that when I joined the military, I wanted to be a soldier.
It wasn't about rank. It was
never about rank.
Yeah.
Even when I was given the first rank, I never anticipated the second rank because I'm not entitled to it.
Yeah.
It's a privilege that I'm honored with.
Yeah.
But when you see a general, a certain general, you say, if I can be a general. With those sweat, even the way they walk, they walk a general.
Yeah, that's swagger.
Yeah, exactly. When they stand in front of you, you see a general. You understand? The posture, you understand. So that has been the case. But then we understand that we are not owed anything. You get the honor when it comes to you.
When it's due to you.
When it's due to you, you understand. So man, the Defence Force,
they've been supportive.
Extremely.
Wow.
And also I was going to the point where I say the reception. I've been called by the generals, senior generals, retired generals.
Wow.
Say deliver the book. Some of them did not even know what is inside the book.
Yeah.
But they said bring the book.
Wow.
We are supporting one of our own.
Wow.
They will tell me that I saw the cover.
Yeah.
It has never happened before.
Wow.
Bring that book.
Wow.
But then the reviews after reading the book.
I heard that there are people who have been crying. That people. So somebody was saying, one of the reviews that I read, they said it's a roller coaster of emotions, because at points you cry, at points you laugh, and then you answer, but why am I laughing? It's a sad story, but you're laughing.
You'll be angry.
Sometimes you're angry.
Yes. Yeah, that is what I've been getting.
Yeah.
And they're putting a pressure on me. They say, hey, you want the second book.
Yeah.
And I think this deserves a mention.
Yeah.
I have not received a single review whereby people are saying that, I just read chapter 1. I can't wait for chapter 2.
Yeah.
The review has been that, Zondi.
Yeah.
I said, let me take this book, just read the intro.
Yeah.
Then I read the intro.
Yeah.
But then the next thing, I find myself at the end of the book. It has been the common feedback.
They can't stop reading it.
They can't stop reading the book.
Wow, amazing.
And like I said, the reception, the honor that I'm getting. Like yesterday, I was called by the Chief Army.
Oh.
I delivered my first copy to the Chief Logistics, who has been very supportive throughout this journey.
Amazing.
I've seen the minister who was
Minister of Defense.
Wow. Where does the captain see the captain see the minister? The captain taking a picture with the minister.
You're reminding me, there's a verse from the Bible that says, your gift will make room for you.
Definitely, sir.
And bring you before great people.
Definitely, sir.
And just by you expressing your gift, You say ministers, members of parliament,
members
chief
of
generals.
parliament. And I think so it's important that I mention there's men who have been supportive. You know, there's a woman who said, Captain, I don't know you. I see a young man. I see potential.
Wow.
She never read the book before, Miss Kota Nomfanelo. You know, the lady, she opened herself to me, say that these are the opportunities.
Wow.
If you want this, it's available.
Wow.
It's not even about you personally. It's about the young man, a black young man who is eager to do something, who defied all the odds. Because sometimes I'll post about my background on Facebook and I say, just a clip to say that, okay, this is a just to motivate people to say that I'm here now. Definitely to someone, but you're just a captain. But to me, I'm not just a captain. I've made it in life.
And there's more to come.
There's still more to come.
Wow.
I have no doubt about that.
Wow.
So she said, should you need anything in terms of this book being promoted, I welcome you.
Wow.
And she has been very, 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 she has been very supportive.
Wow, amazing.
She has given room to say that, call me anytime if you need advice and everything. And the review that I got from her after reading the book, and she's the member of parliament. So the feedback has been amazing from all walks of life. Some, when I was doing the interview on one of the community radio stations in the Eastern Cape, the calls that I received.
Wow, man.
Hence, I don't know if we're still going to talk. Hence, you as my publisher said, I see this book being rolled out to schools.
Because schools and you know, as having gone through the book even before printing, for me, I don't know how many times I texted you,
definitely
saying this book is amazing.
Actually,
this book needs to go
on our
out
first meeting. You said that on our first meeting.
Yes.
And I know this is your interview, sir, but I think
it's your interview. It's not my interview.
I think I think there are many things that kill dreams. I know many people who are better than me in terms of writing, in terms who have better stories. But you know, sometimes when you go to a door, knock, then you're told, go away. It kills a number of dreams because it's not only about that dream. You will see yourself as, maybe this is not good enough. But when we came to you, the reception that you gave us, it gave me confidence in my story. I remember I think you read the intro.
I read one page.
You read one page.
I pulled a random page.
You pulled the random page, then you read the story. Then the options that you availed to me. Hence, I always say that I think you're doing injustice to yourself when you say that you are a publisher. When you say mentor, publisher, editor, proofreader, a guider, because that's what you've been. I remember, we had a number of disagreements about the book. And the best thing that we've ever done to this book is when we were disagreeing about the uniform. You forced me to the success of the book.
Wow.
You forced it.
Wow, thank you.
I had my own ideas. But when you knew what works for the book.
Wow.
You knew what, you coupled the cover, the story, the setup of the book. You just laid it out there.
Wow,
you just laid it out there. So
thank you for trusting me with the job, trusting my company with the job.
It was not easy to trust you. But you taught me to trust you. You forced me to trust you, and I'm grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful.
Wonderful. And you know what makes me happy is because one thing I understand as an author, when you birth a book, it's your baby, man. And you want your baby to go out there and do amazing things.
Definitely.
And one thing that's making me very happy is the fact that this book, No Easy Battle, amazing book, guys, is going out there. It's gonna reach thousands and thousands and thousands, and we're gonna make sure that it gets into as many hands as possible. People must read this book because this book will inspire them. There are children who are not having any amount of hope. They have very little hope. Once they read this book, their hope will be ignited. There are people who are battling financially who say, I don't know how I'm gonna survive tomorrow. But once they read this book, they're gonna say, you know what, if he can make it through what he went through, I can make it.
Why can't I?
Captain Zondi.
Yes, sir.
We've come to the end of the interview. It feels like it's been very short, but thank you so much for availing yourself to talk with confidence. And in terms of the book itself, if people want to get hold of the book, how do they proceed with that?
Well, for now, sir, the book is available on order, and they can order directly from me. My number is 081 8020 721.
Yes.
081 8020-721. They can order directly. But me and my publisher,
Yeah.
we are we are hard at work.
Yes.
To ensure that it reaches the stores. However, there's a store in Durban also that has just opened to sell the book, to make it available.
Wonderful.
Yes. And I think you need to also go out there. You need to go out there because we had to be referred to you by a client of yours.
Yeah.
So I think you are doing injustice to yourself in terms of marketing yourself.
All right.
My dream is to see you infiltrating the military.
Wow.
Yes, there are good stories.
Many stories there.
There are good stories.
Yeah.
There are good stories which are even better than mine. Touching stories were better than mine. I've had through this book. I've met, like I told you, prominent people, prominent generals in the military, retired general, saying that my story.
And the saddest thing for me is, imagine somebody with that rich history, because a person like that, it's a library.
And they're gonna die with that library.
Oh, that's
some of them are retired.
Yeah.
Which means they are close to their
final days.
Final days, you understand? So
those stories need to be told.
Hence, we find role models in the military outside.
Yeah.
Whereas we have people with rich stories inside, and those who have retired in the military.
Yeah.
So I think you need to be aggressive in terms of your marketing.
No. You know what? Now that I've linked up with you, I think that there are many stories that you're going to tell.
No, definitely.
But thank you for your confidence in me.
No, thank you, sir.
All right. Wow, time flies.
It does. It really does.
The book is No Easy Battle. He's giving you the number which you can contact to make your order, guys. I worked on this book, and I don't know how many times I called him. I texted him. I said, "Sir, Captain, this book is amazing. We need to get this book out." And finally, the book is out. And if you have a story to tell, and there's a message in your heart you're burning to transfer to other people, you can also contact us at Ascension Book Publishers. You can send me an email, my personal email, at info@confidencecinema.com, and we can start the conversation. No Easy Battle. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Until we see each other again next time. Cheerio.